Okay. Oh, we're recording. This is a bad angle.
That's okay. We look big.
We're fucking huge.
We look like a couple big boys. Now we look too... Honestly, we looked bigger back here, dude. I say leave it like that. Quit grabbing your dick.
Fucking junk.
That's fucked up.
All right, dude. How do we do the podcast again?
We started. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the We Cool podcast. This is a podcast where we apologize for things. We demand apologies. I've got a good one today, and we read anonymous listener apologies.
Mm-hmm.
I am one of our hosts. My name is Ryan Call. I'm joined by Grant Winkles. Grant, say hello to the fine folks at home.
Hello, you fine folks at home.
And we are waiting on Tommy, who is having sex and is late for the podcast.
Currently having sex.
He was fucking, if
Damn.
you will. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, dude.
Busting it down sexual stuff.
New York.
New York City.
New York is a place to go to fuck.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think you could have sex in any city.
I don't know. Not
not
in my experience.
I have never had sex in any city.
I've been to New York once, and I had sex with Tommy. So that's,
Damn.
Maybe it's Tommy.
It might just be Tommy then. Damn.
How's your weekend been, man? It's Sunday. You know, you got the Sunday scaries, as they say.
What's that?
It's when you're like dreading going back to work on Monday.
Oh, I mean, I just don't want to.
Yeah.
Who's scared of work? Who's like, oh, they're good. It's like, if you're, dude, what did you do at work? Did you?
Yeah, do you work at the damn haunted house?
Yeah.
Because then you have an excuse.
Yeah, or did you do something illegal? Or are you like, my boss is going to arrest me?
My boss is going to yell at me as soon as I go in. Mm-hmm. I haven't been afraid of like getting yelled at in a while. Like, do you remember that fear growing up? Like when you know you're in trouble, like you do something bad at school, they like call home and you just know
you're fucked.
There's that ominous.
You're like,
it's
dude,
just lurking.
Well, Dad gets home at 5:30,
Yep.
and so at 5:30 I'm gonna get screamed at.
Yeah, my night is going to get exponentially worse, and you're just counting down to that time.
Until then, I guess I'll just make some macaroni and cheese and watch 1,000 Ways to Die.
Mansers.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch Mansers, and I'm gonna see if anyone has advice on how to deal with their dad when they're yelling at him.
And then you watch 1,000 Ways to Die, and it's just a dad beating his son to death.
Shit.
Shoot.
This piece of shit got a bad grade.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. What was your after school routine?
Get home. Dude, I used to, when I was like a smaller kid, I would like, after boxing, I would eat chicken noodle soup every night after boxing, and I would like we would lay down a towel, like a bath towel, on the carpet so that I didn't get the...
So would you like lay on your stomach on the towel and eat soup?
Dude, I think I was laying on my stomach, yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. I was doing
like
that
Campbell's,
at Crisscross
Campbell's
Applesauce.
straight out of the
I
can?
think Campbell's, yeah. And then...
They should call it candles.
Why?
Because it comes in a can, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it smells.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It smells a little waxy.
It smells like piss. I didn't realize that.
That chicken in that chicken noodle soup leaves a lot to be desired, honestly.
Well,
I kind
yeah.
of skip the chicken.
It's
I
been
eat
in
around
there
it.
it's been in there for years.
It does kind of hit though. I still eat it every once in a while.
I don't like chicken soup anymore because I realized it smells exactly like my piss. I think I was like 14. I was like, wait, this smells... And then I switched to ramen.
Here's what you do. You
and
just
then my
like
piss started smelling like ramen.
Load it up with Tabasco. Yeah.
Yeah, I never did that.
That's good.
I never...
Okay, so what are we watching when you get home from school?
Simpsons. And
Nice.
I remember one time it was like the baseball, like pennant race.
Mm-hmm.
And the Simpsons rerun.
They bumped it.
Yeah, and I was furious.
Yeah.
I was like, nobody likes fucking baseball, dude. There's a 14-year-old episode of The Simpsons on.
Yeah, that I've seen 4 times.
Yeah, what the
fuck? I
fuck?
gotta watch that again.
I remember like complaining about it to my dad and him just like staring blankly at me, like, what?
Huh?
Just like drunk.
Just as he's walking out to the garage.
Yeah. What?
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I've been rewatching King of the Hill. It's an
yeah.
incredible show.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know Luann is voiced by Brittany Murphy?
Yeah, I didn't know that. Brittany Murphy died recently, didn't she?
Dude, she died like 4 years ago.
Okay, also R.I.P. Bob Barker passed on this year.
And the dude who he was a comedian. The dude who did Dale's voice just died.
Did he?
Yeah, bro.
Aren't they rebooting King of the Hill?
Yeah, I think
So
he's
we're not gonna
already
get
recorded.
Dale?
He's recorded a couple episodes.
Damn.
Apparently, dude, somebody I saw on Facebook, one of the guys who was friends with him was like, yeah, Dale wasn't supposed to be like a conspiracy theorist or anything, but that comic, the voice actor was just like inserting it in, and they're like, all right, well, yeah, no, that's hilarious.
What's that guy's name? Toby Huss or something?
Maybe, I don't know. But
Bobby Hill. You know who does that?
Who?
Pamela Adlin.
Who is she?
She's
She do Tommy from Rugrats?
Maybe. She was she's been in a lot of stuff. She was in that she had her own TV show called like Better Things, I want to say. It was pretty good. She was in Californication. Did you ever watch that show?
No.
David Duchovny just fucks.
I don't
just
like
unstoppable.
how every preview I've ever seen of that show, he's shirtless.
Oh yeah.
And I don't like that. It doesn't seem like my kind of show.
Cigs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's total like I used to watch it in college because it's just like you watch that as like a 20-year-old guy and you're just like, that's what I want to do. Mm-hmm. I want to be him.
She was in Grease too. I didn't know there's a sequel to Grease.
Yeah.
You think it was?
They should have called it Greasier.
Yeah, Greasiest.
That
Greasier. Do you think it was as
Grease
good?
and Greaser?
I feel like it wasn't as good as the first on account of I've never heard of Grease 2.
I watched it and as a kid and
Grease 2 this time they fuck. This time
what is the Grease referencing in? Is it the car?
I think
the car is Grease Lightning.
Grease. Their hair grease.
Isn't the car called Grease Lightning?
I don't know. Don't they put grease in their hair?
Yeah.
Aren't they all
so there's
from
like
Grease?
4 different. There's
I think
like
so.
It's a triple entendre.
My big fat grease.
My big fat Grease wedding.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
good.
7 minutes in, we finally got there.
Dude, I've been doing empathy lately.
Nice.
I've been practicing doing empathy.
What
Like if I see a homeless person, I'll go
just kind of think about.
I'll go, oh, that would suck.
That would stink if that was me.
Suck. Yeah, that's
I'm so glad that's not me.
And if you're listening at home and you're worried that you don't do enough empathy, that's an easy way if you live in a big city to just develop that empathy skill is just see a homeless person and go, ooh, that would
yikes.
God damn, that sucks.
Yeah. I'm so glad I have a debit card, you know.
Mm-hmm. Thank God. That's the only difference between me and that guy.
Thank God for Huntington Bank.
Is that who you bank through?
Mm-hmm.
I bank through U.S. Bank, the stadium.
You try to cash the paycheck there.
I did try to do that.
It's difficult.
I got yelled at, or I got somebody gave me a dirty look when we were at the Vikings game for doing that.
I know. I think it was some police officers.
Yeah, they did.
Actually, no, they were like the only
they were the only
people.
ones who liked it. Dude, I was so drunk at that at that NFL game.
Yeah.
That
I
was
just like walked you up to your door when we were done with that and just did we go to Corner Bar after the game too? We kept drinking, didn't we?
I honestly don't remember. I don't think so, dude. I think we went straight from the game back. Cause like
we must have Ubered.
Yeah, we Ubered back.
What if you drove us?
And I just remember like getting home and like my girlfriend at the time, you being like, all right, good luck.
Mm-hmm.
And
peace.
And her being like, what the fuck? Dude?
It's I've been in that situation in your role so many times that it's really fun to be the guy who's dropping somebody off in that condition. It's way less embarrassing because you just get to go. It's not really that embarrassing, but it is just, it's a funny situation. You look like a fool when you're just like,
you can barely move.
Like, dude, there's been a couple rounds of golf where I like get dropped off at home and I'm like fucking 12 beers deep at like 4 in the afternoon. And it's just like, well, this is gonna be a issue for Kelly when I get home and try and cook a pizza.
Looks like you're gonna have to take care of me all night now.
Oh man, dude, I threw up from drinking. It was on a hangover like a couple weeks ago. I was at this bachelor party and I haven't thrown up in like a really long time, and it
sucks to throw
so
up, doesn't it?
violent.
Do you ever sit there like you're in bed? Like this would be different. This would be if you have to throw up when you're still drunk. You ever have that where you're laying in bed and you're like, God, it would feel so much better, but it's gonna hurt for like 30 seconds, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna have to taste it.
And you just like know that you should
because you'll feel better immediately.
I hate how puking makes your teeth feel.
I know.
You know, it's like you can just feel them like chipping away.
It's like I think it removes the enamel.
Yeah,
maybe.
for sure.
That's what happens when you go to the dentist. They puke in your mouth. Wait, no, they want to keep the enamel.
Yeah.
Right?
I have my dentist said I have nice thick enamel.
Really?
I've
He's
never
rubbing his cock on.
I've never had a
teeth.
cavity. Yeah, he's like dinking it, like mushroom stamping my fucking teeth.
You got
That's
thick teeth.
Yeah.
My dick isn't even.
Dr. Anthony Ungaro.
Is that his real name?
Yeah.
You shouldn't say that.
Why?
I don't think you should say his
Free
real name on the
advertising.
podcast.
It's fine.
He'll put his dick in your mouth. He'll molest you. Yeah, dude.
There was a dentist who was doing that.
Who was molesting people? I think
And
I
he
saw
was
that.
like
Wasn't he putting them under and
putting cum in their mouth and stuff.
They called it the perfect crime.
It's a super genius criminal mastermind. Just like dumping loads.
And I would have got away with it too if you wouldn't have woken up before I thought you would. He's lucky he didn't kill anybody with anesthesia, because that's like
I'm gonna name my daughter Anesthesia.
it's a beautiful name for a daughter, and she's always gonna be sleepy.
Hello, my name is Anesthesia.
Yep.
Yep. What did I do when I got home from school, you ask?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, what did you do? That was rude.
Dude, I remember I used to just eat so much food.
Really?
Yeah, like
just
it would
snack
be
time?
yeah, big time. Because I think my mom.
Did you get yelled at for eating too much?
No, never. I don't even know if it was like. Yeah, I don't know, because I wasn't even like, I'm fatter now than I was as a kid. Like I wasn't like a big fatso, and but I would go home and just house like everything.
Yeah.
Just because I would get I feel like I would
were a
be home
growing
by
boy.
like 3.
Yeah.
And then I would probably go down because my mom would get off work and be home at like 4:30. So I had like, an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I would probably just go beat off. And
Sure.
then
Now
just,
you've worked up an appetite.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
And then throw on some sitcoms and just fucking just devour like pretzels and milk and stuff. I used to drink so much milk as a kid. That's probably again I had to make a lot of cum. Not anymore.
No, those days are
now
over.
I do semen retention.
I retain
not
semen.
by choice. All right.
Hey,
Look who it is.
Here's our
the sex habit himself.
Sorry.
this little fuck man. This little
Have you
man
guys
was
started?
fucking. Yeah. We told him.
Sorry,
We
man.
told
That's
him you
okay.
were fucking, dude.
Yeah, I lost track of time.
Fuck when you were.
You lost track
fucking.
of strokes.
Yeah. Here, let me. This lighting is.
You
weird.
weren't You mean you weren't looking at your watch every 5 minutes when you were having sex?
I use a stopwatch.
Do you?
Yeah.
A 4.3.
Yes.
So I'm running a 4.3. I came in 4.3 seconds.
I got a whistle.
Yeah. I'm trying to make the NFL. So
Doing the combine.
Yeah.
The combine.
Well, I didn't even leave that late. I texted you. I left I lost track a little bit of time, and then the trains were being very weird.
What's going on with the trains, man?
people are having sex on them.
Sundays they do repairs on Sundays because it's not the weekday, so they they work on trains, so they just run slower.
Okay.
But I'm here,
Tommy, what was your...
and I'm sorry for being late. This is a
That's
podcast
okay.
where we apologize for things.
I think if we adopt a new kind of freewheeling, doesn't really matter how we
Doesn't
do the
matter who's here.
podcast. We start, we go.
We start on
We
time.
do.
Yeah.
Well, we were still late too.
Yeah, we were actually late. But Grant was late.
No, I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna get there right at 1:30.
Ryan's gonna
And
be
then
waiting.
and then I look behind me. Ryan is in the car behind me. So I'm like, I'm good. I'm no longer late.
Yeah, we should treat our podcast like an open mic. Just
Yes.
one of us is hosting, and kind of whoever shows up.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe David Freeberg shows up and does some time. Maybe Zach shows up and does some time.
Regardless.
Maybe me and Ryan are the other hosts. But we'll come in and we'll maybe take over half the show.
I set up the room.
Yep.
Thanklessly.
Yeah, you set up the room. I'll do the bucket at the end. I'll close it out or whatever.
We need to start getting drink tickets.
And then we just fucking bomb the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do drink tickets for our podcast.
Tommy, what would you do when you were a kid or like a teenager and you'd come home after school?
What was
your
the after school routine?
I would make like 3 egg salami cheese bagels.
He was an eater too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would just eat so much, and then I would watch Malcolm in the Middle and take a nap.
Yeah. You napped when you were a kid? Like
yeah, I'm a huge. I love sleeping.
See, I got into napping as a young adult, not as a teen.
I was like, I thought napping was for babies at that time. You know,
I thought a lot of shit. Was for babies.
I also couldn't like. I couldn't nap. You know what? I couldn't just like lay down and go to sleep in the daytime.
You didn't know how.
I worked a lot. I spent a lot of I worked like most days at a hardware store.
Oh yeah.
After high school.
The Ace Hardware.
Yeah, and then during basketball season, I would play basketball, but I didn't play basketball for 2 years out of high school.
It was I think so. Junior high was when I had like the heyday of like going home and just housing food. Then in high school, me and my friends would just hang out after school. We would like go to a park and smoke weed every day.
Yep.
Every day.
I remember going home and fucking up the kitchen though.
Yeah.
It's like really a lot of quesadillas.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. Once you kind of learned your way around the oven, the range.
Yeah.
That was big time.
Yep.
And then Marky also, my little brother, he had a job, and then Danny was away at college. So there was like a year, and then also my senior year, I only had like 2 classes because have I ever told you guys about this?
I don't know.
I recently told someone, and I realized how much I like fucked up my life. You know, like just how much just out of sheer laziness, how much I really my life could have been completely different. I was in a program called the IB program, and then I was in AP classes. And I was good at Spanish when I was a freshman.
Is that the baccalaureate thing?
Yeah, international baccalaureate.
Yeah, whatever that word is.
Whatever that word is. International bachelors.
Yeah.
Players ball,
Yes.
bitch.
Yes.
International bachelors having sex in the afternoon.
That's definitely what those kids were doing.
Program.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got ahead on credits and classes because I was in like Spanish 4 like right away, you know? So I got to stop taking a language class after my freshman year. You need 2 years of language or 4 years of language, whatever. I like did them all in like 1 year. And then I kept getting ahead on credits because I was so ahead on that. So, and then because I was in this IB program, I was set to take college courses at the University of Minnesota for free.
Yeah.
For free. I would have had to do like 2 classes or 3 classes at Washburn, and then free university college credits that cost tens of thousands of dollars. But because I was 18 my senior year, I just said no.
Yeah, you don't give a shit about that then. You're like,
I don't
no,
care. I don't have any like foresight to like realize how important that was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Also in my head, I was like, I'm probably gonna be like a rapper comedian, so like that's fucking you know, we'll just figure that out.
I mean, that is kind of nice that you knew that though, because I went through college before realizing I was gonna throw my life away. So I just racked up all that debt. I was always
gonna. Yeah, even before I did comedy, I knew I was gonna throw my life away eventually. Like secretly, I didn't tell anybody, you know. But like I had a secret in my head.
That was your actor's secret.
Yeah, I was like, nobody knows that I'm gonna throw my life away in 2 years.
They tell you to like in like improv, or I think it's actors training. A lot of things is like you make up a backstory for yourself, and you have stuff that you don't tell anybody. Mine always for improv scenes was that my character couldn't read, and then if it comes across, it's but it doesn't.
Whenever
have to.
I wrote sketches with my friends, our like one characteristic that every character had was that they were all secretly in love with all of their friends, all their guy friends. There was always like a love triangle between like 4 guys where they were all in love with each other and gay for each other. And we just thought that was so funny.
That's called subtext.
Yeah, so senior year I just rolled up to school. I had a car at the time, and I just did 2 classes, left, went home immediately, and just like fucked off.
Yeah.
That is
and then
cool.
worked at a hardware store.
I did the exact opposite of that. I realized junior year, for some reason I thought I didn't have to take a math class junior year. So then I was taking like algebra 2. It was like an easy, like a very small Like just to graduate.
Yeah, that's
math
like
class.
the level below pre-calc. That's
Yeah.
like the...
I think it was algebra 2. But because I hated geometry, I know that. So then I took it off junior year. And then senior year, I was like, fuck, I have to take a math class. And then my first year at the university, I was in like this remedial math class with like a bunch of kids where I'm like, why are y'all going to a 4-year university?
Why am I in here?
Yeah, it was like this. It was the first class. It was like 7 a.m. And there was this Indian professor who like, she had a really thick accent. And I remember I would sit there for like 10 minutes and immediately fall asleep. Like every single class. I just could not. Because she had a very melodic way of speaking, you know?
Mm-hmm. What did it sound like?
I'll let you imagine. Sometimes it's better to not show the monster. Sometimes it's better to just
use
imagine
camera
it.
tricks.
Yeah, and it's scarier, you know.
For freshman year of high school, so I was in Spanish 3, and then I got moved up to 4. But Spanish 3, I'm with all seniors, you know, and I sat next to, and I was so tiny. So I'm 5'1", and I weigh 95 pounds.
Sure.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude, it was brutal. So I'm so tiny, and I'm sitting next to the two linemen on the football team. One of the guys is named Orlando. The other guy's name is Marquise. Huge 300-pound. Orlando was like 6'6". Marquise was probably like 6 feet, but huge guys, fat, big fatsos, big football fatso
Fully like
guys.
men, like
Full
40-year-old
men. And
guys.
They would do this bit where it would. I mean, I've told this to you before, Ryan. I think in the car, like years and years ago. But I would cry. I would tears. I thought it was so funny. They would take on the little tiny high school desks, they would take their big stomachs and put them on the desk.
That is a great bit, dude.
They would put their big full stomachs and fully encapsulating the desk, you know, not an inch of surface, not any surface. Now no wood is shown, only stomach on desk. And then the teacher would go, Marquise, Orlando, get your stomachs off the desk. And they would go, I don't know what you're talking about.
Like how would you avoid that?
I don't even know what you're saying. And they'd be like, you cannot have your exposed stomachs
That's awesome.
on the desk. And they would be like, what are you talking about?
That's how I sit.
And I'm just like so tiny, right in between them. Like, my best friends are hilarious.
These guys rock.
Tommy trying to put his stomach on the table too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man. Those were kind of my vibes in high school.
Dude, I have a crazy apology to demand this week.
Nice.
Wow.
I
Great.
had the weirdest interaction I've ever had with another human being this weekend.
Okay.
So Saturday, I'm cleaning out the kitty litter, you know, like dumping out the old, cleaning the tubs, putting the new one in, right?
Hard reset.
Dude, and it sucks.
it
That's
does.
like a day every month or whenever you do it. I do it once a month. That a cat owner dreads is cleaning that because it fucking stinks. It sucks, and it's also like it sucks.
It's just gross.
Yeah, it's really gross. So I have like this industrial strength garbage bag that I bought. And I've got the kitty litter in that. And it's fucking heavy. It's like 40, 50 pounds. And I look like Santa. I look like reverse Santa walking across the parking lot because we have a garbage, like a dumpster.
Reverse Santa.
I do, dude. Like I've got shit instead of gifts.
You're taking it out of the house.
I'm taking it out.
Yeah.
I went out my chimney, and that I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. That made things a lot harder. But I'm in a bad mood because I'm like, God, this fucking sucks, dude. I hate doing this.
Fuck my life. I'm gonna kill myself.
I was like, at least the cats. I'm at least gonna push the cat off when he gets on the balcony.
I love threatening to kill myself at the most minor inconvenience. It's really fun to do. I
threaten to kill myself every day at the restaurant.
Yep.
Every single day I threaten to kill myself.
Oh, you want
and everybody laughs and laughs and laughs.
Oh,
I'm gonna do it.
You don't want mayonnaise on that? I'm gonna kill myself.
I go in the kitchen every day and I go, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. And people go, oh yeah, another day.
Tommy.
And I'm like, no, if there was a gun in a restaurant, I would use it.
Get the restaurant gun. Get the kitchen gun.
Yep. Water,
if
no
the
ice. I'm
kitchen
gonna
gun
kill
was
myself.
out.
So I'm walking across the parking lot because we have a dumpster, and then it's encased in this wall.
Yeah.
And then there's a gate, right? and the gate stays closed. Everybody knows the gate's closed. I've seen it open.
We got a little latch on
It's got
there
a little
or something?
latch,
Yeah.
yep. And so I see it's open, and I saw it was open the other day, and I'm like, oh, somebody's just not closing the gate, whatever. So I throw my thing away. I close the gate, and I'm walking back. And as I'm walking back, I hear this car peeling around the corner, and this lady just starts screaming. She goes, I left it open! And I didn't even think she was...
Ryan. I can't hear your scream.
Sorry.
When you scream...
Yeah, I won't actually
A little
scream.
quietly.
Yeah.
What did she say?
She goes, I left it open. And I'm like, I didn't even think she was talking to me. And she goes, hey, I left that open on purpose. The gate. And she's like, she's going like 40 in the, like, just squealing her tires. And she like pulls up, and I like turn around. I'm like, what? And she's like, I'm cleaning out my garage. I left that gate open on purpose. And I'm
Is
like,
this a Tim Robinson?
no,
That's
dude,
exact-
I swear to
it
God. And
feels
so then
like
I go,
it, yeah.
and it's like a middle-aged woman, and I go, I can open the gate again. So I go back.
And so, like, all it is
Dude, it's
reaching
a
your
latch.
hand
It's
up.
a latch. It's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I go back, I open the gate, and I go, yeah, I'm sorry. And before I can finish what I'm saying, because I'm like pissed off because she yelled at me.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. And before I can finish what I'm saying, she's like, yeah, I'm just cleaning out my entire garage, and it's really annoying when that's closed. And then I was like, I'm sorry. And then I was like, I'm sorry that I didn't read your fucking mind, lady. I'm sorry that I was trying to be a good Samaritan. I'm sorry that when I see a gate open and I know it's supposed to be closed, I close it. But no, I should have known that you were cleaning out your entire fucking garage
said this?
today. Yeah, and
You
then
just
I go,
went back at her.
I
Good
unloaded and I go, fucking duh, and then I lift up my arm, and as I'm walking away, I go, you fucking bitch, and I'm like, and then I walk a couple more steps, and I go, you stupid fucking cunt, fuck you, and then I walk.
What did she say?
She just like was silent after that. She was like,
Because she doesn't know she's dealing with the call man.
Dude,
Yes, dude.
also,
Yes.
The guy who,
I wish I would have said this, because as I got back to my apartment, I thought of another good thing
But
where I was
dude,
just like, oh, you know what, lady? Okay, here, let me say this. If I was you, right, and I'm cleaning out my entire fucking garage because I don't clean out the garbage as it comes, I wait until there's an entire fucking garage worth to clean everything out, and I'd left that gate open, and I saw that another person had closed the gate. You know what I would do? I would shut the fuck up, because I'm a normal human being. I'm not fucking woman Hitler, okay? I'm not the worst person who's ever fucking lived. I'm not going to scream at somebody because they did what to them looks like the right fucking thing to do. You fucking lunatic cunt. You know what I hope? I hope that she left that gate open. I hope the wind hit it, and I hope it pinched her head and just fucking cracked it open. And I hope people saw her bleeding on the ground. I hope they went, isn't that the lady who yelled at that kid for closing the gate? Let her fucking bleed.
Gate's open. Can't touch the gate.
Fuck that lady,
man.
dude. I was
Lock the
so
gates.
mad.
What? How long?
Yeah, lock the gates.
How long did it take you?
lock the gates.
How long did it take you to like pivot and go, you know what? No, I am going back at her. Like, was it instant, or
As
did
soon
you
as-
like were you walking away?
Because Ryan, I commend you for like having like the wherewithal to be like, you know what? Fuck this in the
because-
moment, and making that decision.
Yes.
That's like growth.
Honestly-
in my opinion, Ryan, that's growth and maturity.
As soon as
and I mean that.
It's true.
as soon as I turned around to go open the gate back up, I
Yeah.
was like, I'm gonna say something to her.
Yeah.
And so then I was like,
Did you open it up?
yeah, I opened
Okay,
it. And
so
then
you did
I
open
said,
it.
yeah, I'm sorry. And then when she interrupted me, I was like, yeah, it's just like that's when I was like, fuck you, dude. I'm unloading on
Yeah.
you.
And this lady lives in your apartment building.
Somewhere, yeah, fuck that bitch, dude. I hope that I
also-
see her again. I'm gonna flip her off and be like, "You're a
I
fucking
also-
bitch. You are a fucking bitch. You are
I
a
also
bad
like
person."
how you're like, I went to my apartment and I thought of the most perfect response, and it's just the same as your other response.
Yeah, basically the same thing.
Like you already covered it.
Yeah,
in the
you
moment.
got
I know,
it.
but I wanted to just do even more.
That-
I wanted to just like completely
Like,
unload on her
Yeah.
and just make her feel like the lowliest fucking
I
human
feel like you
being.
probably did a pretty good job.
I think so. She looked pretty shocked, and then I turned around and called her a fucking bitch and a fucking cunt. Which, dude, it's awesome because I took a couple steps away, called her a fucking bitch, and then it was a couple more steps before fucking cunt came out. It wasn't all at once.
This isn't nearly as crazy as yours, but last night I had my first like I'm walking here New York moment
nice.
where like I'm walking to a show and I'm just crosswalk. I have the sign, and then a taxi just almost hits me. and I go right in front because he's pulling in, and I'm like, I'm not gonna stop. That's not my job to stop.
Yeah.
So and then I make him stop, and then he rolls down his window and says, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Hey, it's a fucking sign. I'm walking in. I'm walking in." And he's like, "Get the fuck out of the road." And I'm like, "I'm walking here." And then like other people saw that like that like yelling happen. And I'm like, and then I get to the other side of the street, and I'm like, yeah, I'm a fucking New Yorker now. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm a guy.
There is something amazing when you have that realization where you go, oh, I get to be crazy.
I'm right.
Like
I'm right.
And I got to do the hands.
Yep.
I got to be like, oh, no. Hey, I'm fucking the sign, man. You don't want to fucking hit. Fucking walk in here.
Yeah, dude, it's awesome when you get to...
You have the blank check because you're like, I can react.
Oh, I can make a scene.
In an insane way.
I can make a scene because they were insane first, and also I'm right.
They set the floor.
Yeah. Yep.
So you're like, all right, we're rolling in the shit now.
When you come in doing 40...
Also, this taxi driver looked homeless too, by the way.
Yeah.
Like he was like toothless, and he was like, "Get the fuck out!" And I was like, "Fuck you!"
You're like, "Get in the street, get out of the taxi."
Was it an actual cab?
An actual cab, like a cabbie.
I feel like isn't that hard to be a cabbie in New York now because of Uber and stuff like that?
Yeah, and they're all in like so much debt. Those guys.
Because don't you have to buy?
It costs. There's a medallion that you buy to have the license.
What is this, Egypt?
Yeah,
Why are you buying a fucking
New York
medallion?
taxis operate on fantasy novel.
I've earned my Adventurers Guild token. Now I can be a taxi driver. Yes.
Seriously, so taxi driving used to be a very lucrative job for like many decades in New York. So because of it, there's a medallion that you would buy to have like the real estate and the license to just have a cab in the city. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like essentially like an investment, like a property.
Yeah, sure.
You know, like investors and rich people would buy these medallions and sell. It was like this own market that would. And right before Uber came out, was what? So 2013, 2012, it cost $1 million to get one of those.
What?
Yeah,
that was the price. And a lot of cabbies bought them in like the 80s and 90s. And if you had one in the 80s and 90s and then resold it, you could sell it for like $1 million. So a lot of people like invested a lot of their life savings into and then Uber came out and they all just got like fucked.
Damn, dude.
Well, I mean, it was like a full, and it probably still is, but like you think about like New York was like synonymous with cabs up until like Uber.
But it was like even if you were a cabbie for 20 years, you would buy them down and then resell it off. Mm-hmm. So it's like if you got like approved for, and it's probably not called a medallion, but
no, I think it is, dude. I think it is.
Let me just get that. I think
I'll look it up.
It's called an amulet.
And I remember being like a medallion, like what the fuck? But it is.
It's the sorcerer's stone.
Taxi medallion cost. Let's look. It peaked around 2013, around $1 million between 2014 and 2015.
That's what I said.
New York City's non-corporate medallion price dropped 45%. In 2015, the price had fallen to approximately $650,000. As of 2018, one could purchase a medallion for less than $200,000.
Dude, there were probably a lot of cabbies committing suicide over the last decade.
No, and not even cabbies. Like
now, dude,
like investors, like people who work for like private equity firms would like get their hands on these and like peddle them out. Because it's not really like the immigrants and the working class like. It's like they're
couldn't afford
I don't
$1
million.
Know
how it works. I don't fucking understand the economy. Jesus Christ.
As of September, taxi medallions are a meager $80,000.
Yeah.
That's
probably why
this
homeless man got his fucking hands on one, and that's why he fucking ran me over.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, somebody just like threw one in his cup one day.
Dude, homeless guy who he's finally accumulated enough money to become a taxi driver, and he hadn't heard about Uber. He's like, if I could just save up $80,000.
I think it was more or less just like there's only a certain amount of taxis allowed in the city.
Yeah.
It's like season tickets.
Like there's this amount of taxis that are allowed in the city, so that creates like real estate.
Sure.
Because there's just a finite of anything. And then with Uber, there's like infinite. Mm-hmm. Or there was. And now I think they're doing...
Do they regulate
it? Control that a little bit or whatever.
Regulators!
Yeah, anyways,
that
welcome
does
back
really
to Dumb
suck.
Guy Economics.
I'm going to go out on a limb, though, and I'm going to say that does really suck for those guys.
Yeah, it does.
Like those fucking cab drivers. I mean, you're fucked.
People got fucked in like Uber fucked the taxi industry like 2013, 2012.
like, okay, I will never be able to like wrap my brain around how you could be like an immigrant and then just be like, yeah, I'm gonna live in New York City.
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck do you make that work?
I mean, to be fair,
like,
you get to New York City though. If you're new to this country, you get to New York City and you're like, where else do I fucking go?
Yeah.
Like, this is so big.
and there's
so
like a
much
lot
shit.
of there are like a lot of like ethnic communities and immigrant communities, so it's probably like you get help from the people who are already
you can
there.
kind of, you know, like more of like your people are there.
Yeah.
Like you got family. You're likely to have like some network of family.
Yeah.
Also,
know?
you're probably going off stereotypes where you're like, dude, the rest of America is just people who have guns who will like shoot me.
Yeah, probably.
You know?
Yeah. Also, I think New York just accepts more just like immigrants.
Yeah. And it is more like international, so but it's still just like as somebody who was like born and raised in America, the idea of even moving to New York right now as like an established 31-year-old man, I'm like, dude, I couldn't do it. Like, it's way too
I was with this girl
intimidating.
earlier today, and I was like, oh, fuck, I got to do my podcast. And she's like, oh, who do you do a podcast with? And I'm like, oh, like my two besties in Minneapolis, 2 comedians. And I'm like, they're like the funniest guys. I know. I'm telling her this. And she's like, why don't they move to New York? And I'm like, why would I'm like, because they have jobs and it's nice over there.
Yeah, because we can afford to live in nice places.
You can afford to live there, and it's like it's like a beautiful city. And I'm like, New York sucks.
Yeah, you're
You
like
have to
talking
be,
yourself into like moving back to Minneapolis. You're like, oh fuck.
And then she was like, oh yeah, she's like from New York, so she doesn't like get it.
Sure.
That's kind of the thing, I guess. If it was like your first exposure and you just don't know like what.
Yeah.
And it's fucking tight there, but I feel it would just be such a struggle.
I think a lot of people, when they come to this country, if they don't have like family roots somewhere else in the country, I think they probably just stay where they
first
came in. Yeah, like it's just easier. It's like, okay, well, yeah, I'll make a life here, I guess.
There probably is a pretty massive infrastructure in New York of like kind of off the books, like you can get a job if you're like not documented or something like that as well, you know.
Maybe.
Oh yeah.
Probably not great conditions, but
congratulations, you're the new CEO of World Corp.
World Corp.
Yeah, World Corp. We sell taxi medallions,
bringing worlds together.
Yeah,
World Corp.
You're going to do great here at World Corp. Our goal is to destroy the world, is to destroy the natural world. We are pumping oil into the atmosphere.
Seems like they're doing a pretty dang good job over at World Corp, if you ask me.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
World
I agree with
Corps. Should we do an anonymous apology here?
Yeah. Dude, that lady
Also,
was
let's
so
read that other
crazy.
thing.
Oh, yeah.
The one that Tommy
Let's
liked.
read that. Let's maybe read that other
jump
thing.
to the top of the? We'll jump that one to the top of the queue, I guess. Actually, she wrote in twice, so she did. Well, okay. So
what if she wrote back again? Just kidding. Ew.
But what we're learning here is like if you, the saucier the write-in, you jump the line to get ahead of the older ones.
Listeners, take notes.
If you want to fuck
Let's
us,
spice
we
it up,
will
okay?
read about you.
Okay. If you want to write in, go to wecoolpodcast.com or call into the number in the description. Still haven't memorized it, sorry. No apology required, but I do want to say, after catching up on episodes, Tommy's shirtless guitar and basketball videos have also inspired, while not a squirt, a few sessions of bean flicking.
Tommy John Cena Bear. Bang, 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 bang.
Says apologies for that or not, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So even though women who listen to our podcast are just dudes, they're like, yeah, jerking off.
I mean, dude, I think most
jerk
chicks are
off.
dudes. I think most chicks are like that. They just
bean flicking. I don't know if I've heard that many women referring to it as bean flicking.
I've heard
I'll
flicking
be
the
honest.
bean.
Yeah.
What are you, a bean flicker? That sounds like a job.
Well, yeah,
My father was a bean
sounds like
flicker.
a slur from someone from Chicago.
Yeah.
it sounds like a Dust Bowl job.
His father flicked beans. Of course, I'm gonna flick.
He was in the
beans.
bean flicking union until the Dust Bowl, and then
The bean flicking business is booming.
I've been pulling doubles at the bean flicking factory.
The bean flicking farm.
You got a bunch of women on a conveyor belt, and I'm just.
my grandfather worked his fingers to nubs at the bean flicking.
He worked his fingers until they looked like sponges.
Beans, other beans. bean on bean crime.
He had the softest hands of any man.
It's a natural lotion,
Okay.
you know.
And I'm not even gonna say this to this person, but somebody's got to be out there cranking it to me. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's a big dude,
Maybe
a big man,
It could be a beautiful woman.
just cranking
right?
hog. To
Maybe
me.
it's Kelly. Maybe it's your fiance, and maybe that's what you should be
I
thinking.
don't think, no, it's not her.
No, that
Not-
ship has sailed. She's
Uh,
jacking off to somebody else. She's jacking
Yeah.
off to other people.
There's like a huge guy who lives in a town outside of Chippewa Falls who
Cullen. It's
Colin might be
Maybe
flicking
your
his
grand.
ass beans to you.
and he also has 5 kids and a wife too. And this is like this is a secret for
and
him.
it's true. I actually have like those are just the DMs I get from Cullen. this exact.
Colin is
Yeah, like how he
sexually
got mad. He got mad about
When
it.
I
One of the
read it-
funniest bits.
Is that he wants to fucking sexually assault me?
It is a pretty funny bit. Because
Yeah.
it's coming from the nicest guy in the world. And
Yeah,
that's
Colin gets drunk and then a little evil takes over him
Yep.
where he just wants to turn Grant out.
he finally lets it in.
He wants to slap Grant around, turn him out, play with his ass. a
I
little.
wants to
wanna
turn me into a
push
sock
you
puppet.
around.
Yeah. He wants to coin star you. He wants to shove a bunch of dollar bills in your mouth, take a bunch of quarters out of your ass. He wants to
He wants to turn me into one of those Bitcoin ATMs.
Yep.
He wants to sell you on the street for $1 million. He wants to turn you into a little medallion
Yeah,
boy.
a cab medallion, a cab amulet.
Yeah.
What's the second part
So,
of this?
well, at the end of that, it just says apologies for that or not, maybe. I don't think you necessarily need to apologize to masturbating to stuff on the internet
Yeah, it's between you and your God.
and your podcast.
And your parents if you're on there, if you're under their
If you're on their
roof.
Wi-Fi or
Yep.
Or their family
Netflix
plan,
account.
friends and family.
I will say this as a tip to anyone out there. Don't look up porn if you're on your work Wi-Fi or you're using a work phone.
Yeah. Have you done that?
No. But maybe not everybody knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this we continues. Also, and then in parentheses,
Have you
Yeah.
guys been getting more porn on the X app?
Yes, it's all dude, I've been getting a lot of like conservative opinions.
I'm not going
a
on
lot
there.
of conservative.
I deleted
people.
it off my phone.
I don't really go on that much either, but every time I do, it's like, wasn't Obama black? And then it's like a bunch of people who's like, yeah, he fucking sucked. That's like the whole X experience for me. I'm like, well, dude, I didn't like anything that would push this stuff to me.
There was like a
Yeah.
new Ronan Farrow wrote an article about Elon Musk and it's just like, yeah, he's just like on ketamine and shit. Like
makes sense.
he's fucked up on drugs and that's why
I
all
read a
this
thing
shit's
that
going crazy.
your phone, like, it's always like watching you and recording you, and it sees when you're like, even if you don't like something, it sees like if your face has like a visceral reaction, like if your face contorts and something makes you mad, and then the time spent on that thing might be even a little longer.
Take that, racists.
So there's shit like that. That's why like weird shit might get put on your feed.
Yeah.
Wait. So the app,
Because it knows
is it
that
just the
you're-
X app
Listen, I don't know. I heard this somewhere.
It's probably everything, dude. It's probably everything. It's
Yeah,
probably just
like,
looking for a reaction.
It is recording the amount of it's like it is taking record of the amount of time you spend on each
But doesn't
like,
the green
frame on
light-
your phone.
Doesn't that
And
green
it is
light-
also recording your face and some of the expressions you are making.
Doesn't the little light turn on though when it's recording? You know?
No,
The
it's
little
I think
green
it's
they
light.
always
say
recording.
that, but
I
like,
don't know.
yeah,
Someone had a bit about how they put the tape on their computer screen, but no one ever puts the tape on their phone.
yeah.
I saw that recently. I thought that was pretty good.
God, you're just seeing all sorts of stuff, dude. New York City, baby.
All right, what's the continuation
Okay,
of this apology?
The girl that wrote in about Tommy, I want to demand an apology from the dickheaded drunk couple that yelled at me for 10 fucking minutes tonight because they couldn't find the card I handed back to them. I'm a bartender. Drink less with a heart emoji on there.
That's frustrating.
For
yeah,
sure.
and that's really valid.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had someone. I had a really bad customer this week.
Okay.
I had a guy who his like his meal was it took 15 minutes for this plate to drop, and like 5 minutes in he's like where's like the chicken I ordered. 5 minutes in, and I was like, oh, it's on and I'm like, plates in hand, I'm like, oh, it's on its way. And then 5 minutes later he's like where's the chicken I ordered? And I was like, oh, it's still on the way. And he's like how long? And I was like, maybe about 5 minutes. And then he said, you said that 5 minutes ago. And I was like, no, I said it's on its way 5 minutes ago. It's still on the way. I was like, I promise you, you know? And he's like, he's like, do I need to go in the kitchen and check on it? And I was like,
would that
no, you're not allowed.
Yeah.
And I
What
was
if
like,
you were like, yeah, go get back there?
Yeah.
and I was like,
No, you work
you're
here
not
now.
allowed. I was like, absolutely not. You're not allowed in the kitchen. And he got up and tried to get into the kitchen. And I was like, you have to go sit back down.
Dude, I would
And he
kick
was
him
like-
out.
Who are these
And
people?
I was like, it was unbelievable. And I even said, I was like, I was like, do you want this to go? Are you in a rush? And he's just like, no, I want it here. And I was like, yeah, it's on. It's like, I'm not withholding it.
Yeah.
Also, this isn't taking 30 minutes.
Yeah.
This isn't, which is not even unreasonable
No.
to get.
Yeah.
That's
food.
like 30 minutes
That's
is
not-
where you get to start being like, what the
Where-
heck's
what's
going
You
on?
get to,
Yeah.
you get to maybe go, what? You know, it's like, no, I'm not, it didn't come up and I didn't hide it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not
have it in your
because
pocket.
I'm being a little rascal and I'm trying to scheme.
This
I'm
isn't
not.
this isn't a prank show. No celebrity is going to come out and be like, "We got you, dude."
And I was
You had
just,
to wait
it was just
10
one
minutes.
of those things. It defeated me so bad at work. I just was so defeated. I was just like, I had to like get a guy to like sit back down. He was like bum rushing the kitchen.
How old is this guy?
Fucking 30 something. He's a fucking guy.
It's
I don't
unacceptable
know.
for young people to be this fucked up. Like, it's like you expect this from like a old fucking Karen, you know? But like, what's going on? What?
Yeah. I was like, what is? And I was like, you got to sit back down. And he's like, you got to do your job. And I was like, what are you talking about?
I am doing your job. I'm stopping you from going into
yeah,
the
I'm
kitchen.
bouncing
Yeah, I
you
am
out
doing
of the
my
kitchen.
job. You're.
Dude, I would tell him to
acting
get the
crazy.
fuck
You're
out.
not doing your job. Your job is to
Dude,
sit at
I
the fucking
almost,
table.
Ryan, I like stepped out of the restaurant because I was like, yeah, I might like, I wanted to like kick this guy out. Also, I feel like I have enough authority at Bathhouse where like I could maybe do that, but also I didn't want to.
If you try to go into the kitchen, that's like storming the Capitol at the restaurant. Okay, so now
It's an
you
insurrection.
leave. You
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here. You're not president anymore. Get
Yeah.
the fuck out.
Yeah,
And guess
so
what? Guess
sorry
what?
to this listener. Yeah, they can just be nasty sometimes.
I'm gonna pour water on your chicken now.
And it's like I'm not, as like a service worker, like I'm not lying to you. Trust me, I want you to just have a good time.
Yeah, that's my goal.
Like that's my goal. I'm just gonna you're gonna make you have like a decent time. I'm not, and this for this lady, it's like, why would she take your card?
Yeah.
You know, like she
Yeah.
gave it. Like, why would she be lying?
gonna
Like, what is the
steal the card?
motivation to be like, I gave it back?
because then
and to,
immediately
like,
you would
lie.
be like, "Oh, didn't we use it at the bar?" Yeah. Okay, so that makes sense. Like even if she
Crazy.
tried to
You
use
could
their
go
card,
on your phone and look
Yeah.
to see that your tab has been
Yeah.
closed
Yeah.
immediately. But that is like, there is that drunken thing of like when you just can't accept new information as a drunk person.
Dude, also especially baby boomers, man.
Yeah.
You know that song that's like talking about my generation, and it's
Yeah.
like we are talking. Yeah, you guys genuinely were the worst generation. That is the worst. We're talking about you guys now.
Yeah.
How you fucked everything up and how you still suck.
The problem
Yeah.
is like, I think, and this is like the trap that like everybody I think falls into, and I'm sure we will too. It's like every generation is like the best one to come just out of sheer, like progressive, the progressive nature of history, you know?
think
So like the like millennials, now we're realizing we're shitty, but when we were coming up, we were the best so far. And now we got Gen Z coming behind, and it's like they're going to be the best so far, but also it's becoming very obvious that they're little fucked up guys too. So it's like, like there is progress, but it's all relative to like the stuff that came before. Does that make sense? Like the boomers were better than like the flappers, you know, like objectively. They did like the Summer of Love and stuff like that. Like they
I'm big on Gen X. I think Gen X is a good generation and a sleeper generation.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, they kind of got forgotten a little bit. It feels like at this point.
There's a lot of my favorite, that's like
David Cross.
It's like early 90s.
Yeah.
Late 80s when they were adults. People born in like mid-60s.
Yeah. So is Seinfeld is a boomer, right?
He's a boomer, and then my dad is like, I think like cusp of boomer and Gen X.
Yeah.
My dad's like 63.
That's when he was born, or he's 63 years old? 60.
He's born in 1960.
Okay. Yeah, he's a boomer, though.
Yeah, I think that's boomer.
He's a boomer.
Dude.
Yeah.
I think like early 50s, 40s is probably Gen X.
No. Oh.
No, Gen X is like born 1965.
No,
or
I know.
something.
Yeah. Like late 60s,
really?
probably. Yeah.
Who cares? Whatever. Anyways,
it doesn't matter.
I think this is all like horoscopes with age ranges, honestly.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
I think like
Dude, astrology
individuals.
is getting weird, man. Can I got a little bone to pick. Apology
You about to go
demand
off?
From astrology.
Okay.
This is what happens when you become single. Astrology.
Dude, it's
when
getting
you're a straight man,
became a big part of your
it's
life.
Becoming a
Yeah,
lot.
when you're a straight man and you're single,
it's becoming
you're like,
a little
oh,
much.
What the fuck?
And I think if there's any astrology lovers, listeners,
There probably are.
yeah, and because it's like everybody. Well, it used to be like 1 out of every like 5 women like kind of knew about every gay person forever.
Yeah.
For all the time. And then
that's its own
and then
sign,
it was like 1
right?
every 5 women would just like had like a thing, an app on their phone. And then now it's like every woman I talk to at a bar, it's like the 3rd thing that they bring up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're like a Jehovah's Witness.
It's one of their
about
pillars.
It.
It's one
they're
of
like
their
going
pillars.
door to door. They're like, have you heard?
Yeah.
Have you heard the news about Mercury?
It's one of the
It's in Gatorade.
it's one of the the pillars of girl
They dumped
Islam.
it in Gatorade.
Mercury's Gatorade.
Drink Gatorade.
What sign are you? That sucks. That's the bad one. Fuck you.
I'm also getting pretty sick of it as a punchline of like, so he was a Gemini.
Yeah.
And then it's just like,
I don't
what
even
does
know
that
what
mean?
that
I'm trying to write a
means.
bit
Yeah, I
right
don't
now
know.
about how it's space racism.
yeah.
Dude, Tia, there's a
I think
local
that's kind of funny.
there's a local comic here who's really funny named Tia Hannis. She has a great joke about how like football is just like astrology for men, you know, because she's like talking about how like it's entirely dependent on like where you were born and like you root for that. I don't know. The punchline is really fucking funny though. She's great.
Yeah. No, they do.
Dude, she actually reminds me
girls
of
do
you,
like to
Tommy.
mansplain astrology at guys.
Yeah.
It's their moment to mansplain is when astrology comes up. And do you know what I say at the bar when they're doing it to me? I go, "Wow, that's so true. You're so beautiful." I'm like, "Wow, you're so true, Queen. You're beautiful and gorgeous."
Yeah.
Do they guess
And
your
they're like-
sign?
Yeah, and then they guess wrong, and then when I finally tell them, they're like, "Oh, that makes sense." And I'm like, "Okay."
No,
yeah.
it doesn't because you just guessed 3 other signs.
But couldn't it? It's like, that's the thing about it. It's like the weird parlor trick thing of like, it all makes sense for everyone.
Yeah.
Like you can fit anyone into any of the categories.
Every astrology horoscope is like, do you like hanging out with people sometimes, but also you value alone time? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, do you sometimes get sad, but then other moments you're happy? I'm like,
Yeah.
all the time, actually.
Do you have a quiet rage building inside you about technology and the information age and the way that society is headed? Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Great. Well, you're a Virgo.
Yeah.
Like, I guess that's...
Okay. Well,
I feel like I'm
not
so-
since I was 17.
But
Thank you.
I feel like I'm a Capricorn, and that Capricorn is the forgotten sign. Like there's nothing about Capricorns out there. I feel like
they're the mystery sign.
like what are the big ones? It's like
Huge penis.
Gemini.
Oh,
Gemini is a big one.
Huge penis.
Aries.
That's a
podcast.
sign. That's a sign.
Yeah,
I'm a huge
I'm
penis.
a Cancer, huge penis.
I'm an Aries, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's always like, that makes sense.
That one actually
Yeah,
does.
that's what they all say.
See,
I'm a
dude,
cusp. I'm Gemini, Cancer, cusp.
dude, I got to.
We've for sure had this full
I got
conversation
to
before.
Sisyphus. I got here on Thursday, and like the comics were
Who
like,
cares?
these younger comics were putting people on like alignment charts, you know, like lawful good,
Okay, chaotic
evil.
neutral, stuff like that.
And I walked up and they're like, I walked up like doing that thing where I'm like rubbing my hands together and like moving side to side. I was like doing my rascal thing, and they were like, all started laughing. They're like, we were just talking about how you're chaotic good, and that's everything I've been. Honestly, I subscribe to that, but not astrology, dude.
I guess so. But here's the thing about Gen Z, and I am kind of Gen Z.
You are Gen Z.
Huh?
You are Gen Z.
I'm like the year where it's like, are you or whatever? I don't know. But like, it's like. Do
you remember 9/11?
They love categories. They love to be like, oh, everything's a spectrum and, you know, there's no binary. And then they're like, here are the rules.
Yeah, but we do want to put you.
Here's the box that you're in.
Yeah.
Here's the category that you belong in. Yeah. Also, gender is this fluid concept. You are a Cancer also. Yeah. And this is these are the characteristics that define you based off factors that are out of your control.
Now we're sounding like boomers.
Astrology, okay, here's the thing. When they interview that alien that they got, and no one's gonna care.
He's gonna go on Tucker.
But when that alien goes on Tucker, he's gonna be like, are you guys doing astrology? Oh, that was like our Jim Crow. That's crazy. You know? Like,
I think he's dead. I think the alien's dead, dude.
Wait. Did I miss something? Did they... Oh, is it
they've just said
Obama's gay and the alien's dead?
Damn, dude, I missed two things.
This is the news.
Obama's not gay, dude.
He's got gay thoughts.
Gay.
He's bi-curious.
He's not gay. He's just a terrorist.
He's a gay terrorist.
What would a gay
Obama's
terrorist
zesty,
target?
Bro.
What would a gay terrorist target? Like
me?
Yeah, dude.
A guy who looks exactly like me.
I think it's happened already, yeah.
Dude, that's what's so funny about like super far left. Like that does seem like a headline that a super far left like thing would put
Obama's
out.
gay, so what?
No,
we should
Obama's
talk about the terrorism.
A gay, is a gay terrorist, and that's the same headline that a Fox News. You know what I mean? Like it does kind of horseshoe around where it's like, damn, it just becomes.
Yeah, it's like
just
a
the
different
Fox News
punctuation.
one is like Obama's gay, and that's bad. Also, he's a Muslim terrorist.
Yeah. Whereas like the leftist is just like, Obama gay, nice, but he is a terrorist.
Tight.
Yeah, who was born in this country.
Yeah. And it's Christian terrorist Obama.
People really were out there thinking Obama was a terrorist, fully like president terrorist. Yeah. There's a good sitcom, dude. President. Oh no, we accidentally elected a freaking terrorist.
It's his finger on like the drone strike a button, and he's like, am I gonna? Like, I don't know. Am I gonna hit it?
Yeah, kind of makes you think too, doesn't it?
They're like, President terrorist, welcome to the White House. And he's just like, oh.
He's basically like Wario.
It's Wario. President Wario.
Dude.
President Wario, a plane has hit the castle.
Bowser has flown a plane into Peach's castle.
President Wario, and then it's like Mario and like a grainy like video, and he's like in a dark room, and he's just like, release Princess Peach. Release or I will have the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah. It's a bunch of gates unlocking, like a bunch of like steel doors.
Donkey Kong just throwing barrels into the Twin Towers.
Yeah. And then they hire like a rogue CIA agent, and they're like, we need information on Mario. And it's like a guy in like a trench coat smoking a cigarette, and he's like, yeah, I knew a guy named Mario. I can maybe help you out, get some information on him. Yeah. He's a plumber, has a plumber's salary, owns a castle.
They find Mario.
You tell me how that works.
They find Mario. He's just covered in shit. he's just. You needed me for what? Damn, that's awesome. Hey, real quick.
Damn, that's awesome.
Damn, I wish that was real life.
Sick. Damn, that's sick. Damn, that's canon now. That's canon. I just want to say before we get out of here, to all the short people out there, we're fighting for equal rights, dude. We're the next civil rights.
We're gonna unite. We're gonna unite, and
we're gonna short people rise up.
We should do like we should come up with a different catchphrase for sure.
Short people rise up.
Short people rise up. I think
Short
we need to
people
workshop
grow
that.
More.
Yeah.
Short people rise up to the average height.
We need to figure out how to do like a Voltron thing, and we all like get on each other's shoulders and operate as like just one unit.
Unfortunately, the fight for equal rights is not over yet. Not until short people have equal rights. Not until short people.
Short guys who are
not until
5'7". What are you guys? 5'8"?
I'm 5'7". Not until
5'7".
Not until big titty tall women want to fuck short guys.
It's so funny that you guys are the same height and you sound kind of the same.
We're not. We are quote unquote the same height, and I'm a little bit taller than Ryan.
Grant's not taller.
I am, dude. We've proven this.
You're just
over and
wide.
over.
You're wider than me, dude. You're not taller. Length and width, Grant. We're just looking at length.
Kind of like the Midwest Island boys.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. We're
You know what I mean? Just like two guys who probably work at a brewery.
Yep. We're steelworker boys, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah. Dude.
Did you guys hear the Island boys kissed? That was in the news.
No,
Aren't they brothers?
Yeah, they kissed.
Ooh.
that's weird.
Yeah,
Ew.
it's weird.
But
Yeah,
only
yeah.
because they're brothers. Only because they're brothers. Stop.
I'm down for island love. Everybody knows that. But yeah, keep that shit fucking platonic. Keep that fraternal, man. Can't be.
You know what's another thing I notice about girls too? Well, since I've been
They
dating,
got two titties and a pussy most of the time.
every girl is obsessed with Love Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they hate War Peninsula, which is the show that I like watching. we put 5 different races on one island who hate each other.
Yeah, it's called Survivor.
War
Oh.
Peninsula. Dude, I'm writing down War Peninsula.
Yeah, that's good.
That's one
Every
of those
girl's obsessed
classic.
with Love Island. They don't like the show. I like War Peninsula.
Yeah. Can I take that? Can I write that?
Yeah, that's a really good premise.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think that's a wrap on the whole episode there.
That's a wrap.
Yeah, we
That's
did it.
dude. I got to go to a soccer game now with Sam.
Oh, you're going?
Yeah, are you
oh,
going
nice,
too?
dude. No, I can't do it. I got stuff to do at the old homestead today.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fuck. I gotta do stuff.
What are you doing?
I gotta like order a bunch of stuff online to get to make videos. Probably go to an open mic.
Damn. Oh shit! I was gonna go to an open mic today. Oh fuck that. Yeah. Maybe I'll go tomorrow night. Maybe I'll go to the
I'm
Moose.
so hungry. I haven't eaten today.
What about cubic hair?
It's like hair that's shaved like cubes.
Yeah, and it's by your dick. Cubic hair.
Just like cubes of
Try
hair.
to solve that.
Yeah. What do you think about
this? Try to solve this puzzle.
Tell me, what do you think about this premise real quick? You know how like the president always gets death threats and stuff, like no matter who the president is? It's like, dude, if you want to really kill the president, the first thing you got to do is shut the fuck up about it. Don't tell him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just do
be
it.
A little,
Yeah.
it'd be secret.
Even if you were going to kill a regular guy.
Don't tell Jodie Foster either.
Yeah, don't write him a letter
Yeah.
first. Don't be like, hey, I'm going to fucking kill you. Just do it.
Yeah. Because if you're writing, it sounds like you have a crush on the president.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm going to fucking
I like
kill
him.
you. Yeah.
It's the music video Stan,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a guy writing Joe Biden.
Yeah, dude, I don't think Joe Biden's got that many death threats, right?
Oh, he got it, right?
I don't think so, dude. I think people are just waiting it out. I think they're just like, well, why would I go to prison for the rest of my life when he's like, I don't know, 1,000
Yeah.
years old?
Yeah, that's a good point.
He's like so old that it's not
Like
even,
I'm not gonna assassinate him today because it's like a windy day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Maybe he'll fall down.
Yeah, he do be falling.
Yeah.
Should call him Joe
he's
Fallen.
gonna take a plane. He's hopping on a private jet today, so that's more likely. That stairway is more likely to kill him.
Yeah, that was messed up when he tripped up the stairs.
Bro, he did it 3 times.
Is he still? He's still falling, right? Like it's
He's
still
tripped
happening.
up the stairs 3 separate times.
Remember when he fell off the bike too? Like, why is that man on wheels? You know, let's keep him let's keep him planted.
Unless he's in a chair, he does not need to be on wheels.
Oh, wheelchair president. Let's get back to it.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
That was a great president too.
Yeah.
Maybe, dude, that
3 terms.
Honestly, bro, they should only let people in wheelchairs run for president.
They should.
I
Then they
agree.
would have to change it to roll
Wheel
for president.
Yeah, roll for president.
Yeah.
That sounds like a
president.
game show. Welcome
I'm gonna
back
roll
to
for
Roll for President.
They called him the rock and roll president.
And then when they do the debates, they don't change the podium size.
Yeah. They're just behind the podium.
Yeah, you can't really see them.
Mm-hmm.
They have to kind of peek behind.
Yeah.
This is what I think.
Or no, here's what I want.
Hey.
Here's what I want. I want a president who's in a wheelchair but doesn't let anybody know still. Like because that's what
Like they're always sitting.
Yeah,
There's always some
yeah,
prop where
yeah.
they're sitting.
and like people
They're like in a car.
he's
or-
always got his arms around his buddies when he's giving speeches, you know.
Dude, see,
Yeah.
this is where the short people could really become valuable because
Short
then you're
people.
surrounded by short people. They just think you're short, not in a wheelchair.
Dude, we're fighting for equal rights, Graham.
Damn, dude.
We are, dude. I'm gonna become like the Rosa Parks of short people.
Next stop, the White House. Next stop, the Situation Room.
I'm gonna become like the Rosa Parks of
Rosa
short
parked
people.
that wheelchair right on the White House.
Yeah,
Your
there you go.
president.
Yeah.
I will not get off this ladder. They're like, get off, dude, get down from there. I will not
Stop
get down.
cleaning the gutter, Mr. President. We
And
have
we should have
people
like
to do
I think
this.
we should have a single president too, like a president who's like
Who's
who
fucking
gets like a
dude.
lot of hoes.
Yeah. Pimp
You know?
president.
Cat Williams.
President Pimp.
President pimp.
Dude, Cat Williams straight up should be the president.
Why? Why do you think that?
Because he'd be the pimp president.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're right. Now that you
It's a
you spelled it out for
Perfect
me.
answer.
You know, a president who's always got he's always got girls coming through the White House.
Yeah.
They're kind of leaving. They're like getting out of the White
Carrying
House
their
with like
shoes.
they're putting on one heel,
Yeah.
like doing walk of shame.
No, dude, the
out.
next president is just going to be Bobby Altoff or whatever the fuck her name is. She's just going to be talking
Yeah.
to Putin like, so you're like really mean.
Bobby should interview the president.
She should interview Putin.
You should interview Trump, dude. That would be sick.
She won't. She's too
She
scared.
won't.
She's an industry
She could.
plant. What does that even mean? Industry plant?
I don't know. Sounds like a factory to me.
Sounds like
Gotta
someone's
go down.
I
been,
work,
Yeah,
I work
go
at
to-
the industry.
Yeah,
plant.
my job down at the industry
I was
plant.
thinking
I'm a
of-
foreman at the
We're
industry
making a bunch
plant.
of bobbies in a lab.
Yeah, we can't get the belly buttons right.
A
That's
bunch
why
of
they all
Lil
have
Nas
Audi.
X's and bobbies.
Dude, do you guys have Audi belly buttons?
No.
No, I haven't any.
Thank
I'm not
God.
a freak.
Thank God.
Yeah. I'm not a clone.
Is that just a botched thing when it's an Audi?
I think, yeah, it's like the way your umbilical cord is cut.
they went to a cheap hospital
Yeah.
or their dad didn't cut
They're
it
like
right.
they're like the little play scissors, you know.
Yeah,
That's
they
why,
had-
dude.
yeah.
I'm cutting some of my son's tummy out even a little bit just to make sure.
My mom said my doctor had a really big scissors, and he was like, "This baby is open for business."
Yeah, the mayor actually cut your umbilical.
The mayor
cord.
came. The mayor came. So this baby is now in business.
I'm officially breaking
Everyone
ground.
cheered. It was right on the courthouse.
Accidentally
steps.
snipped his penis off.
Ouch. Ouchie.
Damn, dude, baby.
Ouchie mama.
Talk about an
All right.
innie. Okay.
The episode?
Yeah, that's it. I think that's pretty much it.
That's like the size of a baby's penis, dude. Just like that. Yeah, a little, like your pinky. That's like a baby's penis. Damn. Could you imagine?
Not even.
Yeah. Just like that, dude.
I
Just
want a
hanging
thumb.
out. Yeah. Thick little penis for a baby.
shit, dude. Fuck.
All right.
All right, let's end the episode for the third time now.
All right. Fucking bye.
Right in.
See you, Tommy.
Bye, guys.
Bye, bitch.
Later.